Well, here's another article about making an outdoor pizza oven out of cheap material for very few bucks. This article is from instructables.com about cooking, and this author is British by Martin Lupton in Cooking Pizza. Okay, that's the complete pizza oven for you for today. This project is a remix of an ugly drum smoker UDS and a Jim Ball pizza oven. I started making a UDS in 2019, but at the start of this year, I decided to go vegan for January and never went back. As much as I love pulled pork and slow cooked BBQ meats, I have found that there isn't much need for an UDS in the vegan cooking lifestyle. So I decided I needed something else as a foodie focus and found that I really loved a simple pizza marinara. So I set out to build a pizza oven. I looked at the common vermiculite gym ball like this one on food related, or a clay cob approach. And while it looked good, wondered if I could use the barrel I had sourced and cleaned. I'll just my colleague, he's eyesore. As much as I love pulled pork and slow cooked BBQ meats, I have found that there is much need for an UDS in a vegan lifestyle. Fuck. I looked at the common vermiculite gym ball like this one on food related or clay cup approach, and whilst it looked good, I wondered if I could use the barrel I had sourced and cleaned for my UDS project to create a hard-wearing and good-looking pizza oven. I couldn't find anything else like this, so I decided to adapt what was out there and see what happened. The overall cost of the project was pretty low, about £70, excluding the optional stands, significantly less than any commercial outdoor pizza oven. The legs could be made from timber, blocks, or steel, but I picked commercial builders' trestles as they were easily available and rated up to 400 kilograms. The drum is very heavy when it is finished. The process was relatively easy and I did it over several weekends to allow each stage to dry out before moving on to the next one. Supplies: oil drum with removable lid. Mine was free, but available on eBay for around 10 to 30 pounds. Vermiculite. I used just under 2 by 100 liter bags of microfill granules, approximately 20 pounds each from Selco, so 2 bags. Cement. I used 1 bag, 1 by 25 kilograms of multi-purpose cement, approximately 5 pounds. Firebrick. I used 6 firebricks from eBay, recycled from storage heaters, 3 pounds. Paint. I used 2 by 500 liter cans of very high temp paint from Hereford, approximately 10 pounds each. Legs. Optional to raise the oven. I used 2 by number 1 builder's trestle stand, approximately 25 pounds each from Selco. Step 1. Prepare your drum. So he burnt the inside the drum, and he used the wire brush to clean out the exterior burnt paint, and interior looked alright. Okay, yeah, not much good job of expanding the photos. I wasn't 100% sure what had been inside my drum, So I decided to clean it as much as I could, and that meant starting with a fire. I burned a load of scrap wood and got it hot enough to loosen all the paint on the outside and the lining on the inside. Once I'd burnt it out, I got in with a wire brush on the end of my drill and took it back to bare metal as much as possible. It took ages, but I think it was worth it. None of the cooking takes place on the metal, as it's separated from interior by several inches of insulation. Once I'd done this, I painted the outside with a high-temp black paint. Step 2. Prepare the vermiculite mix. Oh, okay. So he drilled the hole 100 millimeters from the bottom. Okay. I wonder why that is important though. The mixture of cement, vermiculite, and water creates an insulating layer that keeps the heat in your oven and cooks your pizza. So that's main important component. The better the insulation, the quicker the oven, the oven heats up, and the longer it will hold the heat. Hold the heat, that's good expression, okay? Hold the heat. I went for about 100 millimeters thickness as much as possible. Looking around, I ended up with a mix of 5 parts of vermiculite. 1 part cement and 2 parts water, not waters. I used why waters? Okay, 2 parts water. I used an old plastic tub and mixed it with a trowel. Okay, I think I've seen the word before, but it's been quite a while. Trowel, maybe a flat metal sheet that is hold from a wooden handle that is like a 5 centimeters or 100 or 10 centimeters above the flat metal sheet. Okay, if you make a ball of the mix, or saison, if you make a ball of the mix with your hands, it should hold its shape. Hold its shape. Hold its shape. It's a pretty firm dry mix. I started with a barrel vertical and created the surface that is effectively the back wall. I used a bit of wood with a hole drilled into 100 millimeters from the bottom to mark the barrel. The barrel was filled with mix, and then the end of the wood to flatten it down. I left this to dry out for a good few days before the next stage. End of the wood, probably it's a mark. Maybe you can just choke the line 100 millimeters from the bottom before you set in the cement. I don't know why you need a 100 millimeter mark. Step 3. Make the cooking surface. Let's check other photos. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. At this point, I transfer the barrel onto a horizontal surface and marked the level where I wanted the floor to set. I made sure it was wide enough for a decent-sized pizza. A decent-sized pizza. That's good expression. Another good expression. Decent-sized pizza. decent-sized pizza. Fill it with a vermiculite mix until you get to the point where you can sit in your fire brick. I used 4 at the back and then 2 rotated 90 degrees at the front to make it slightly wider. So he used the 6 bricks, fire bricks. Putting the fire bricks in before the mix is totally dry helps us stick them into place. I filled around them with a vermiculite mix and built up a couple of ledges to use as the start of dome. Again, I left this to dry about a week this time. That's quite a long time. Step 4. Maybe you built it in the winter time because the concrete needs more time to set in, to be cured during the winter time. Step 4, make the curved roof. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm just joking, making some strange sound. Oh yeah. Okay. That's sweet. Nice job. To make the curved roof, I used a wooden frame. I got lucky here and had an old bass drum skin that I cut in half. Bass drum. It fitted perfectly with the right amount of gap, and using both halves and to end it to fill the full length. To get the vermiculite mix into the gap, it was easier if the drum was stood up vertically again. To get the vermiculite mix into the gap, it was easier, fuck it. Yeah, this button. To get the vermiculite mix into the gap, it was easier if the drum was stood up vertically again. Before I put the second wooden form in, I cut a hole for chimney, which was formed around a coffee tin. I pushed it into the hole once I had filled the mix up to that point. Again, I pressed the mix flat with a wooden stick. Where's the wooden, I don't know, with a wooden stick or bar. Step 5, add the legs. So that's a coffee tin as a flue. So all is settled now, cured. He used the bass drum. He cut it in half. Originally, I intended to reuse some old aluminum chair legs for the base, but it turned out that the overall drum and vermiculite mix was seriously heavy. 2 of us struggled to lift it onto the legs, which bent in the process. Buckling. To make sure the unit was safe, I bought some heavy-duty builder's trestles. Heavy-duty builder's trestles. Okay. I need to look up trestles. As a mechanical engineering student, I encountered this word but almost forgot. Trestles. You can also find them cheap on eBay. But I was too impatient to wait. I added some wood planks to one side to make a side table, which has been really useful for holding pizzas. When they came out, I think it's, pizzas. They got apostrophe should be omitted here. I'm not sure. Step 6, get cooking. First, you need to warm up the interior. Then you just shoved in a dish of a pan of pizza. Then what? What happened? You put in another one. This time the fire is a little bit subdued. I left the oven to dry for a few weeks and then started with a small wood-fired brick pizza. The first time I cooked it took me about 2 hours to build up the temperature. 2 hours. Once the oven was heated up, I measured about 450 degrees Celsius on the roof. And 150 degrees Celsius at the bottom, maybe? The temperature of the outside of the drum has so far never gone above 75 degrees Celsius at the top of the dome, and on the back wall, it's as low as 30 degrees Celsius. That's pretty low. That's good insulation. As good insulation means all the heat just radiates onto the pizza, okay? Saving your energy. As it's open and the lumber and the wooden material as a fire cinder block. As it's open at the front, it's not as hot as a dome Eve oven, but it nicely cooks a 12-inch pizza in about 8 to 9 minutes. The second time I used it, it warmed up in about 45 minutes. Very short. Relatively short, but still, we Koreans are impatient, and 45 minutes is a long time. If it is just 15 minutes or 20 minutes, we're satisfied. 21 minutes, we are getting pissed off. I have been cooking on pizza trays so far, but I might test cooking directly on the stone once I get a pedal sorted. The results have been fantastic and very consistent. Pedal or peel, pizza peel. I have been cooking on pizza trays. Yeah, I prefer that method. It looks more clean and you don't have much burned at the bottom so far, but I might test cooking directly on the stone once I get a pedal or peel sorted. That's good expression again. Sorted. Get the ducks in a row. The results were fixed. The results have been fantastic and very consistent. Another good word, consistent. Remix contest. Participated in the remix contest, a few contests. Be the first to share. Did you make this project? Share it with us. I made it. Nah, not yet. Recommendations. So it's this article is from instructables.com. We have 27 comments. Let's check out several. Hi, just wondering how you find cleaning this. Also, anything you'd do differently if you were to do it again? Yeah, no internet. Sorry about that. Yep, that's it. Thanks for listening for today. I'm sorry. Nice one. I made a very similar oven over the summer. Oil drum. Perlite concrete pour in the bottom for the back wall. Same for the floor. Firebrick floor. The only differences are I also had a firebrick back wall and some firebricks up the side. I also tried to get a 63-inch ratio of dome height to opening. I looked at trestles, different spelling, Tressel, too, but then made a plinth out of old bricks dug out of my garden. I'll post pictures if I can. Yeah, please. So that's how you build your oil drum pizza oven. You use the duct tape to hold the bricks inside. Yeah. Be extremely careful selecting your drum. If you do not know what was stored in the drum, do not use it. A young student died when welding a drum to make a BBQ in school shop classes. It exploded because the chemical had seeped into the metal itself, and rinsed it out was not sufficient enough to make it safe. Rinsing it out. Are you serious? A student died? Good job. Although some things I've noticed as authors' lack of expertise in ovens. 1. Regular cement won't stay long. It will crack and deteriorate soon. Debris will go into food. That's what I'm concerned about. Concrete needs to be moistened and kept in cool. Good solution is clay, either fireproof cement. Although this is an expensive one, vermiculite mix is a great deal for insulation. As heat accumulator, it sucks, and food preparation generally is a slow cooking over accumulated heat, especially for pulled meat, either bread and pizzas. Yeah, see, we don't have an apostrophe there, pizzas. So these things are quite opposite. Heat insulation and accumulation. Former does not allow to lose quick heat from burning process, although insulation material density is times lower than heat accumulator requires. Latter one provides slow cooling down. It is about effective mass, as bigger as better, and this is good for even temperature in oven. Oven? What is oven? Oven, I guess. Wow, quite a piece of work, your pizza oven. Now get yourself an aluminum street sign, burn it, clean, and make yourself a peel. If you start the firing in the front or in the entire length of the oven, then push back the coals just before laying the pie down. You may get closer to that ideal cooking time someone mentioned. I've noticed the dome oven people seem to do it that way. And the person who suggested a door was on IMHO, in my humble opinion, the right track. It's the heat you are after. It's the heat. It's the heat you are after. Nice work. Tasty looking pie. Good luck. Nice work. No articles. Tasty looking pie. No articles again. Good luck. Nice work. Tasty looking pie. Good luck. Thanks for listening. That's it about contact.